Welcome back, my great viewers, and thank you for joining today's deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, surprising values, and the incredible possibilities that can hide inside the smallest pieces of change we handle every day. Today, we're exploring a story that begins with something as ordinary as a $quarter minted in 1998 at the Denver Mint, yet becomes extraordinary when we uncover how specific errors, unintentional mistakes, unique minting conditions, and rare anomalies can transform a simple 25-cent coin into something that collectors would dream of paying massive amounts for. So settle in as we take this journey from an ordinary 1998 Liberty quarter to the unbelievable possibility of a coin reaching a value estimated at $66 million, and discover why certain coins break all expectations and become legends in the numismatic world. When you hold a quarter from 1998, you might not think much about it because millions of them were produced and most people barely look at the details stamped onto them. Yet every seasoned collector knows that the minting process, though built on precision machinery, is far from flawless. The Denver Mint in 1998 made millions upon millions of quarters, but not every one of them came out exactly as intended. Some were struck in ways that deviated just enough from the standard design to create anomalies that could make collectors worldwide chase them, research them, bid on them, and value them more than anyone would imagine for a circulating coin. The idea of a 1998 quarter being worth $66 million sounds unbelievable at first, but once you understand how extreme rarity, shocking errors, combinations of mistakes, and perfect preservation align, suddenly the unimaginable becomes possible. Think about the journey of a coin from a blank metal planchet to a finished Liberty quarter. A sheet of copper-nickel alloy is punched into round blanks, each meant to become a 25-cent coin. These blanks pass through feeders, are positioned by machinery, struck with tremendous pressure between engraved dies, and then ejected to move along the production line. During this process, anything that slips out of alignment, jams, misfeeds, or malfunctions can create a rare masterpiece of error. The Mint never intends for these anomalies, but humans, machinery, and time all create chances for imperfections. And the more remarkable or dramatic the imperfection, the more collectors desire the coin. A flawless coin is valuable for condition, but an error coin that visually displays the unexpected becomes a treasure that stands apart from millions of normal examples. Imagine a 1998 Liberty quarter with a dramatic double strike, where the coin is struck once, ejected incorrectly, then struck again, creating overlapping images, doubled lettering, or ghosted impressions that instantly signal rarity. Or imagine a broad strike error, where the collar that holds the coin in place during striking malfunctions, allowing the metal to expand beyond normal proportions. Such coins appear stretched, wider, or missing the usual rim, and these quirks appeal to collectors because they represent failure within a rigid system of precision. But errors come in even more extraordinary forms. Think of an off-center strike so dramatic that Liberty's profile or the eagle design appears shifted far from the center, leaving blank metal on one side. Or consider the possibility of a double denomination error, where a 1998 quarter planchet accidentally passes through the wrong press and receives a dime design before being struck again as a quarter. Coins like that are so unbelievably rare that collectors would pay astronomical amounts for them, especially if the date is readable, the mint mark is clear, and the error is visually undeniable. Now imagine combining rarity with immaculate preservation. A normal 1998 quarter that circulated for years would be scratched, worn down, dinged, dulled, and stripped of its original mint luster. But a coin that managed to avoid circulation entirely, perhaps saved by accident or discovered before it entered the banking system, could remain in pristine condition. When a coin with a dramatic error is also perfectly preserved without even the faintest scratch from handling, it becomes something approaching a once-in-a-generation anomaly. A coin in this condition might carry the sharp brilliance of its original strike, the crisp shine collectors describe as immaculate, and the perfect preservation only possible when the coin has been carefully stored since 1998. Combine this with striking errors or rare mint misalignments, and suddenly the value skyrockets far beyond typical expectations. Collectors love stories, and the story of a coin worth $66 million is never just about the metal itself. It's about discovery, mystery, and the allure of owning something so rare that no one else in the world possesses it. Imagine someone picking up what looks like a normal 1998 D-quarter from loose change, unaware that its unique anomalies, perhaps tiny doubled edges, a misplaced mint mark, or a rare die clash make it priceless. Imagine a die used at the Denver Mint developing cracks before being replaced, leading to lines cutting across the coin's fields and images. These cracks produce what collectors call die cracks or retained die breaks, and some can create images resembling letters, shapes, or even faces. A large retained die break can create what collectors refer to as a cut error, where a chunk of design disappears and is replaced by a raised, blob-like area of metal. Certain cut errors are so large and rare that they become centerpieces of private collections. Another possibility is a dramatic die clash, where the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, transferring elements of each design into the other. This leads to unusual ghostly shapes, feathers appearing around Liberty's portrait or parts of Liberty's profile appearing near the eagle. The more dramatic and clear the clash details are, the more collectors seek the coin. If a 1998 D-quarter displayed an unusually strong die clash combined with a misaligned die strike, it could become something unparalleled. And if such a coin were found in mint-state perfection, untouched by circulation and still gleaming, the auction world could explode with interest. Consider mint mark anomalies as well. The letter D on the 1998 D-quarter denotes the Denver Mint, but even mint marks can be mispunched or applied incorrectly during the creation of working dies. Although by 1998 the mint mark was integrated into the die itself, misalignment, faintness, doubling, or distortions can still occur. A doubled mint mark, though incredibly rare in modern coinage, would immediately set a coin apart. A repunched mint mark is not likely in this era, but a distorted or misaligned mint mark caused by damaged dies or misstriking can still happen. Combine that with any major error and collectors consider such coins irreplaceable. When a coin displays multiple errors at once, such as a broad strike paired with a double strike, or an off-center strike paired with a die crack, the rarity multiplies. A coin like that doesn't just represent a mistake, it represents a perfect storm of failure during the minting process. Because of the way minting equipment is designed, these combinations almost never occur, and when they do, very few survive. Workers often remove damaged coins before they reach circulation. This means that extraordinary multi-error coins that escaped into the public are incredibly limited, sometimes existing as a single known example. Now imagine a 1998 D-quarter with the perfect combination of impossibilities: a double strike overlapping with an off-center shift, paired with a dramatic die crack stretching across the portrait, a misaligned die causing distortions on the lettering, and razor-sharp detail from never entering circulation. The moment such a coin appears at a major auction, collectors and institutions would fight to own it. Private buyers might bid millions upon millions. Museums might compete, and collectors with deep pockets could push the bidding beyond all previous expectations. The story of the coin, its photographic evidence of impossible minting conditions, and its immaculate preservation could propel it to legendary status. Suddenly, $66 million becomes not just a number, but a reflection of rarity, desirability, historical intrigue, and the desire to own the impossible. Collectors often talk about transitional errors too. Though 1998 does not involve major changes in the quarter's composition or design, sometimes leftover planchets from previous years or other denominations accidentally enter the wrong press. A 1998 D-quarter accidentally struck on a planchet meant for a foreign coin or a completely different U.S. denomination would be among the rarest errors possible. Imagine a quarter struck on a 5-cent planchet, or on an improperly alloyed planchet. The weight would be off, the color might differ, and the details would appear unusually shallow or incomplete. These coins are tested, studied, verified, and valued based on their extreme rarity. If such a coin from 1998D existed and remained in flawless condition, the value could be unimaginable. Think also of the possibility of missing design elements, perhaps a coin missing all lettering due to a late-stage grease dye error, where the die becomes filled with grease and fails to transfer the inscriptions properly.